Welcome back guys to our YouTube channel Data Scout. So in our last video of this Python playlist, we have seen how we can install Python and Anaconda. So in today's video, we will see the feature of Jupyter Notebook. We will see how we will work with our Jupyter environment, and we will learn the basic of Python. So let's start. So in our last video, I have shown you how we can come up to this page. So we'll start from here. So to start any programming, what we will go to this place, new. We will click on this Python 3. So a new page will open, right? So this page having its name, so we can rename each page whatever name we want to give. So this untitled 11, right? We can give here a proper name like part 1. So if I consider this as a part 1, let me just rename this. So this notebook name will be part 1. Now if I have to give some headings to just start with, like let me just say that welcome to Data Scout. So if I just give shift and enter, it will give me an error. Why? Because you can see here in this section it's saying it's a code. So what we should be doing, if we want this line, this cell, so this each you can see, right, we tell it as a cell. So this one, what we will do, we'll change this code to a heading. We'll press OK. Now if we press shift and enter, you can see this has come as a welcome to Data Scout as a heading, right? So now what we have seen how we can create a header, a heading, right? So suppose if we have to give some bullet points to that, right? If you're writing something and you have to give some bullet points, what we can do, we can just press a dash, give a space, just write whatever you want to put. So let me write Anaconda basics, and if I have to give one more, so let me just write here Python basics, right? And if I just now when you want this to be a bullet points, so again here in this section you have to change this, otherwise Jupyter Notebook compiler will understand that this cell is of type code. So we are trying to do some coding. So to tell this compiler that no, we are not coding, what we are doing, we are just trying to add some bullet points. We will change this to a markdown. And now if I just press shift and enter, you can see there is a bullet point came. So this is one of the features. This is how you can start getting bullet points. If you're writing something, some information, a description about what you are doing, you can achieve with this. So now let me bring you to this options which we have in our Jupyter Notebook page. So can you see this file option? So what are the things you can do is we can create a new notebook of Python 3. We can open any other notebooks which you have already in your desktop. We can make a copy of this current notebook. We can save, we can rename. So these are the things you can do. So you have edit option. In edit you can do cut cell, copy a cell. So as I told, right, this is nothing but a cell. So if you want to cut a cell, how you can do like this. So you have given these options to do that. So I'll just click on cut cell. Can you see it's gone? Let me just show you again. So this cell is selected, like I have just typed something. Let me go to edit. You can see I have just clicked on this, the cell is gone. So this is how we are doing. So these are the operations you can do. You can split the cell, you can merge two cells, above cell, below cells. So you can do all of this. Even you can move this cell up if you want. So just see, this is the cell which is below this. So if I want to make this up of this, what I will do, this is selected, I will just say move cell up. Can you see it has come? So these are the things which we can do in edit options. There's a view options. So just to toggle our header and other things, we have insert. So suppose we want to have insert a cell below or of this. If I have to do something, I can just give enter, shift enter, it will come down, right? But what if I want top? So I can just go to insert cell above, it will start create. Likewise, we can achieve a different operations which we can do from here. So these are the cells which I said to run the cell, what we are doing, which command we can do. So if I just do run cell like this, it will run that specific cell. So we can do all these operations. So this is kernel. So in other programming languages, right, we have heard about the compilers, right? So how we can do with the compiler. So in Python Jupyter notebooks, you think kernel as our compiler. So what we will be doing with this, right? So if our program got stuck anywhere, or if you want to restart this, so you can just click on this. These all options are self-explanatory. You can just read like restart and clear output. So you have these outputs, right? Like if I just do anything like 1 + 1, if I just do this. So when you are saying restart and clear the outputs, it will restart all, but the outputs will not be showing. This is nothing but now I feel you are comfortable work in Jupyter Notebook. Let's go to our next section of this video, which is basics of Python. So now we'll see basics of Python to start with. So to write the Python program, we should be knowing some basic functionality of. So now if I have to do some addition, like let me just give addition. So if I say that I am going to do comment in Python, we will use hash going forward. And now if I just do 5 + 5, the output should be 10. It's coming, right? So this is the numerical addition of Python. So you can see, right, the Python is very easy language. And why we say it's an easy, unlike other programming language, here we are not specifying any integer type, any type for these values. We can just give 5 + 5, it will do that. So let's do some subtract. Let me just put a sub. Let me comment this so that, and let me just do 10 - 1. What should be coming? It should be coming 9. And if I press Shift Enter, we can see it's 9. This is nothing but operation, and you can see here it's very easy because it's not asking any data type. It's understanding what we are trying to do. So similarly, if I want to do any multiplication, so let's see that multiplication. What we can, x = y = 5. Let's say if I try to multiply x into y, what it should be coming? The output is 15. So here I have shown you this is nothing but variable assignment. We know, right, in other languages we always assign this value to a variable. So what is a variable? So if we try to understand a variable, we say variable as a box or as a container which holds this value. So I say x is a container which is holding a value of 3. We say y is a container which is holding a value of 5. So this is nothing but variable. This is what variable is about, right? So we can see a multiplication. So if I have to do a division, what we should be doing? We'll just let me type div, and if I just give 15 divided by 3, what it should be coming? Ideally it should be 5. It's understanding that there can be a floating value. So in division, always it will be coming up with a floating value. In addition, it can understand that there should not be any floating values, so it hasn't come. But in division, the compiler, the Python understands that yes, there can be a chances where we can get a floating value. So by default, it comes with floating value. So as I said earlier, you can see that here when we have assigned a value to a variable x, we have not given any data type. But in other programming languages, you would have seen that we specify always a data. So to check the data type of any variable, what we can do, we have some built-in functions like type. If I just want to know the type of x, integer, how we handle the strings in that. So let me have a variable called z. If I just do that, if I just now type z, it has given. So to hold a string values in a variable z, we need not to specify anything like string. Python is smart. It sees this single quote and it understands that it's a string type. So if I just do a type of z, you will see that it's saying string. It's able to understand. So to initialize any string variable, we can do it with single quote, or even we can use a double quote. In place of single quote, we can do with double quote. And if you just check now, you can see it's all same. So let's see a new feature in Python, which is underscore. So now we can see, right, I have just done a multiplication of x and y, which we have already specified here, 3 and 5. So there is a feature called underscore. Let's use that. So what underscores does, underscores represents the output of a previous expression. So our previous expression is nothing but x star y. So if I just give this plus 5, the output should be ideally. See now some basic operations which we can perform in string. So if I have to do a concatenation of two strings, how we will do? Let's say we have already specified z as our data scout. So let me do a concat. So let me just put z plus, if I just make it a u tube, this is what we will get when we do a concat. So we can see another operations, specific characters from the Z, how we can do that. So let me just say that Z is data scout. I have to retrieve the D from this string. What I can do, I can just do Z of, what I can do, Z of 0, D came. And suppose if I have to do data, only this one, only this much, what I can do, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? And fourth is this space. So what I should be giving, Z of 0:4. Can you see? If we understand this, this is the starting position in string, and this is the point where it should, before that it should be taking. So this is the end position. So we will not take the end position value. So whenever we do this kind of operations, if I just say in another words, we are just slicing the data to take some value from the string. So we use this kind of operation where this side of colon is specify starting position and this one specify the end position. So just like this, if I have to take the last value, which is nothing but of Z is this T. So what I can do, so if I just do this Z of -1, you can see this T came. But if I want, so let's see if I have to get this U value. So from the last, how we can do is like, let's have use this J, and at what position? So this is -1, this is -2, this is -3. If I just give Z of -3, it will give you. Let's say this data scout, if I have to get till this much data SC, what I can do, let's count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I have to count, I will just give Z of 0:7. As I said, 0 is starting position, so it will be taking starting from data, and 7th position is O. So it should be taking all the values till C on itself. You see, we have achieved. So this is how we can do the slicing of the string. And to do the print, we have, so this is how we can print. So in this video, we have seen the basic of Python and how to work in Jupyter Notebook. In the next video, we will see the different data type like list, set, dictionary, tuple. So if you have liked the video, please share and subscribe to our channel Data Scout. Thank you one and all.